Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Infamous NYC coming back. I know it's been a while since I've come out with some ESO content, and I wanted to come back with some big boy builds for the Warden. I streamed a little bit earlier, and I was theory crafting a build for the Warden. I think on my previous build, I was talking about running hulking, the pain in the ass to get hulking. So I came up with what I think is a build that's a bit stronger. Of course, this is for the Dragonhold patch for those who are interested. Of course, I'll probably end up putting it on battleofthebuild.com. It's your #1 source for ESO related PvP content. If you're looking for builds, Battle of the Build has builds for all classes, all play styles. Whether you play Stamina, Magicka, Hybrid for every single class. I stream every single one of these builds on Twitch. With that said, jumping into the build, this is for a Stam Warden. Right, so my Stam Warden is an Imperial. I liked Imperial because it gives you the HP, it gives you the reduction to your abilities, as long as giving you, with Red Diamond, you also get Magicka, Stamina, as well as HP recovery every time you deal direct damage. This is a dual wield build. Like I said, I am an Imperial. We're running the Lover. The Lover is going to give you maximum DPS with the pen. This is a no CP build. I'll probably link from when I did it on Twitch, so you guys can check out the CP version of this. It's got like almost 16, I think it's over 16,000 effective weapon damage on this build. All points in the Stam. This is a Cyrodiil. This is no CP. It's no CP build for the Warden. Lover Mundus, like I said, mine is an Imperial. In terms of the sets that we're using, still running the one pirate or whatever that you want to run. That will give you the armor bonus. You can run either Pirate Skeleton, Chuden, or Lord Warden, whichever gives you the one line bonus. And that's a medium with Impen, and I'm running the usually I run Triglyphs, but I'm running Stamina. Medium Dama House with Stamina, Impen. In terms of the sets, I am still running the 2 Elysian, and that's to gain the armor bonus. You can see the armor bonus is right here. It's just shy of 24k. In terms of the set, I chose Clever Alchemist. It does give you the extra HP. Mostly it's going to give you a lot of bang for your buck in terms of your effective power. And I wanted something that I can backbar, and you can still backbar it with a powered Clever Alchemist axe. And that's for one, powered is when you switch to your backbar. You can take a look at the heal right there, because you can see the weapon damage is topping out at just shy of 5,300. And you can see the effective weapon damage for this build is 11,500. This is probably the most powerful Stam Warden build that I've created. Like I said, 2 Elysian, 1 Pirate, 1 Dama House, with 3 Clever Alch. Going Impen, and I went with Stamina. So 3 Clever Alch on the front with Clever on the back. Front bar is 3 Agility, right, for the extra Stamina and for the weapon damage. And we're running Robust on all the jewelry. 1 Dagger. Actually, that should be Nernholm, excuse me. So that'll put us at just shy of 12k, even better. Just shy of 12k, 5570 max weapon damage. 1 Dagger. Dagger works better than dual wield maces. So I'd go 1 Dagger, Nernholm. I put Magicka Return on it because I wasn't running what's it called? I wasn't running Curse Eater, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough Magicka so that I could utilize Arctic Blast. The other piece that we're running 2-piece Potentates for the 5% reduction to damage, and it is Robust. So previously on my other build where I was running with Curse Eater, I was running 1 Skeleton, 1 Pirate Chuden, 1 Chuden, and 1 Pirate Skeleton. So I ended up dropping that 1 piece to run for the max Magicka and max Magicka and max Stamina, and then I basically replaced it with a 5-piece, so that even if someone, for example, is using like the 2-handed alt, or they're using armor bypass, for example, from like a DK, you're still going to get the damage reduction, the 5% damage reduction. So that's why I went this route. The mace for the pen, infused with the weapon glyph for the 100% uptime on the weapon glyph. And like I said before, back bar is powered, Clever Alchemist axe for the bleed. And then of course the back bar powered because we're running rally on the back bar. Taking a look at the abilities, you can see Cutting Dive coming in at almost 10.5k, Subterranean coming in at 16.2. You can see 18k from Growing Swarm, and then Arctic Blast is coming in at 8600. And of course that is with Major Mending, which is when you want to use this. So on this particular build, like I said, because I'm an Imperial, I have access to the extra HP as well as the stamina. And so when you're at about 10.4k, 10.6k, you can actually make use of this ability and gain access to having access to Major Mending for the extra 25% that warding gets passively in the green balance, right here. So it's when you heal yourself or an ally under 40% health with a green balance ability. It says you gain Major Mending for 3 seconds. And so that's going to come from here, right? Because we're utilizing Green Lotus, and Green Lotus is going to give you HP over time when you're weaving light attacks in between, or of course when you're utilizing heavy attacks to recover your stamina. That's typically how you recover your stamina on dual wield builds. On dual wield stam builds, you're typically going to regen most of your stamina via heavy attack. Most of your magic of recovery is going to come from Blue Betty and from a pot, your normal regen, and then utilizing the magic of recovery on your front bar. And this is to maintain your resources. That's how we're getting our resource management. So you don't really want to over spam Arctic Blast because we only have 14.6 in terms of our max magicka. So you can utilize it primarily when you hit like that 10k mark. Excuse me. So when you hit like that, someone was at the door. So when you hit that 10k mark, you can go ahead, pop Arctic Blast. It's going to give you a nice burst heal, and it's going to give you healing over time. And you're going to have the Major Mending added to it, as well as the frost damage that's going to deal. It's going to pulse for AoE, as well as a stun, as well as giving you an extra 500 to your resistances. So you've got your dot, you've got 2 dots, you've got another dot from Cliff Racer. You can see the tooltip is almost 10,800 on the dot over 7 seconds. It counts, and it is a bleed, so it bypasses mitigation. You've got another dot here, and then you're rotating between Subterranean and between Cutting Dive. So it would be like light attack, light attack sub, and then rotating into repeated Cutting Dives, and then making space to re-bleed the person. It's 7 meters. 7 meters. It's very easy to create 7 meters worth of space. It's not that big a deal. The back bar, utilizing, like I said before, Green Lotus is for the crit buff, as well as the healing. As you can see, whenever you deal a light attack, you heal for 1650, and then whenever you heavy attack for 5k. Running Channeled Acceleration, it is redundant, but it's primarily for the Minor Force. So I kind of like getting the Minor Force from Channeled Acceleration. And then it also gives you access to 12 seconds of expedition instead of over spamming. As you can see, it's cheaper, right? Because this way that makes no need to utilize Bird of Prey only in situations where you kind of need it, where you can't utilize Channeled Acceleration. But it also gives you the buff on the back bar. Rally, which also gives you the heal plus minor endurance. Blue Betty, it also gives you the cleanse. It cleanses 1 negative effect on cast, and then 1 every 5 seconds. So you get a total of 6 negative effects for 1 Blue Betty cast. And then of course Ice Fortress also for the minor protection. So you get minor protection, so it's 8%, and then you get an additional 5% from running potentates, 2-piece potentates. And then of course Healing Thicket, and then our front bar is Flawless. So whenever you utilize Flawless, we're going to gain the buff for an additional 300 weapon damage for 20 seconds. And then of course, like I said, we're running Clever Alchemist on the back bar. Gives you an additional 661 for 15 seconds, and this is primarily going to have a downtime of like 25 seconds. This is utilized whenever you basically utilize a pot. So in terms of, like I said, we're running all weapon damage. You could run Infuse, but then you might sit a little too low in your max stamina. I mean, it's not really worth it because you're only going to gain like an extra 40 or 50 weapon damage unless you gold it out. And if you're not golding out, your rings, is not worth going infused. I think that's basically the build, and of course running Tri-Stat food. This is basically the build. As you can see, it's got a very strong effective weapon damage. You can see it right there, almost coming in at 12,000. And you can see our physical pen is 27. That's because of the lover, and then of course you gain an additional 10% from running the mace, and then you gain an additional 5280 whenever you hit somebody with your subterranean. That's basically the build. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be doing maybe a little bit of streaming. Probably gonna craft this build tomorrow and then give it a whirl. Hope you guys have a great day. Like I said, if you like the content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you have any questions, especially for builds, as I have a wide variety of builds. Like I said, located on battleofthebuild.com for those who are playing, or you can always hit me up in the comment section if you have any questions. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless.